Welcome to the Spare Parts Racing Podcast, your podcast for all things motorsports. With your hosts, Sean Chavarella, Stephen Clary, and Taylor Moore.
Hear that music?
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Spare Parts Racing. I am your host, Sean.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Taylor.
And friends, how's everyone doing this week?
Pretty good.
Oh, not so bad, and you?
Doing okay, all things considered. Had a decent weekend at CTMP, so I didn't actually catch a whole lot of the races, so I'm going to rely on you guys to kind of carry that load.
Yeah, but you got to recap your weekend at the track.
Oh, that's easy. Cars One Zoom.
Oh, that is so boring.
I know.
Really, at a racing event.
Okay, it's fine.
It's the rare weekend that I wasn't there for. It was just you.
Listen, it's great. I get to chirp Peter on this, so it's fine.
I'll make sure he listens.
Oh, 100%. So, anyway, to top off my great weekend, I did this.
Oh dear. So this is how you messed your phone up.
Oh yeah. Last night I just, got home from work and I'm like, I'm going to do some racing on my sim. I was driving, in the middle of sessions, checking the phone. I think it was after qualifying or practice in the between things and iRacing. Checked my phone, had a little whoopsie moment of it slipping. It goes tumble, bounces off the metal sim and breaks the screen.
Nice.
I have been so overdue for breaking a phone.
Well, you finally did it.
It's been 3 years, and for me, that's an accomplishment. But I did
not realize that this was a thing for you.
I have never had a phone last. Every
Really?
phone I replace because it breaks.
Interesting. I did not know this about you.
Going all the way back to my LG flip phone that I got back in grade 7.
Wow.
Every phone that it breaks, and then I get an upgrade, and then that breaks, and I get another one.
You should have gotten one of those indestructible Nokias.
I've considered getting those back in the day, the ones that were made for job sites and stuff that were you drive a truck over.
Yeah.
I've considered it. That's not for me. I like living on the edge of breaking everything. So anyway, yeah, I'm
You
down.
wouldn't be able to doom scroll. I think that's what you would miss the most.
Do you know how actually freeing it is not having a phone right now? It's actually fantastic. I am not paying attention to anything. I am not doom scrolling. I'm not checking shit. I'm just I get home and I check my emails and stuff on social media stuff on my computer. I'm oh, okay, close it. Don't have to worry about it. Don't have to go to it. And it's not it's on the phone where you just click an apps right there. Oh my god, not having a phone actually is so liberating. It's the weirdest thing. So
I feel a lot of people would say the same thing. It's like going on vacation and you don't want to pay for the texting.
Yeah.
I mean, now that you have data and everything, but it's not being attached to your phone. I'm sure there are studies. I should look that up. I'll look that up tomorrow.
That's fair. But yes, only issue is I can't really get a hold of my work if I need to. So if there's if there's anything they need from me, they can't get a hold of me. If I need something from them, I can't get a hold of them. So it's kind of a problem. But besides that,
Fair enough.
It's been fun.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
Congrats on being freed from your technological bonds.
Thanks. Anyway, we got a bit to talk about. We have F1 in Baku. We have where was NASCAR this week?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. I guess some minor IndyCar news and other kind of things we could talk about, IMSA at Indianapolis if we want. There's a whole bunch of stuff to go through. Before we start, because I actually don't have a whole lot to contribute besides my time at the track, which I guess we can also do at some point. But Do you know what's significant about today in history in F1?
In F1.
What is today? The 23rd.
Today is September 23rd.
No.
Why is that a significant date in F1 history?
Couldn't tell you.
September 23rd, 1973 was the first time an F1 safety car was ever used.
Okay. Interesting.
Saw that today. I'm like, that's always a fun fact.
Wow. 1973?
73, first time. Do you know what race it was? What track it was?
No. Japan?
No.
Coda?
No. Like Coda?
Spa?
Coda? Like Circuit of the Americas Coda? Is that what you're saying?
Silverstone?
Nope. Here's a hint, though. I was there this weekend.
Oh, it was... Okay, yes, they were still racing at CTMP in the 70s.
Yes. Mosport.
Formula Yeah,
Yes.
Mosport.
So yeah, Mosport was
Mosport.
Mosport, yeah. It was the site of the first ever F1 safety car, which was like a yellow. I think it was like a yellow Porsche with flags in the back of it. Yeah, really, really innovative.
They should market that a lot more than they do.
They should Okay, CTMP needs to market its history a lot better, but
Well, I mean, they do have historians that volunteer there that could help them with this, but alas, we haven't been contacted.
I don't work for
At
free.
Sam Fellows.
So yeah, anyway, CTMP first Canadian Grand Prix 1973, first F1 safety car. Thought it was a fun fact.
That is a fun fact. I really like that fact.
Fascinating.
That's all I got. Anyway, carry on. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. What do we got?
You
Well,
want
we got
circle
F1.
circle races or slightly less
Circle
circular races? A little more straight line racing.
What was more fun?
Baku was fun.
I don't know. Like
I didn't watch NASCAR, so can't say if it was fun or not.
both were dominated by one particular driver. So you know what? We'll say Baku. There was at least some fun shenanigans in qualifying. We had 6 red flags? Something like that?
Also a record.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Who caused them? You had Piastri, you had Leclerc, you had Berman, you had who else? Ocon. Or no, it wasn't Ocon. Who else caused a red flag? Who am I missing? Those were the big ones.
In qualifying, the 6 red flags?
Yeah.
Wasn't Leclerc one? Was Leclerc one of them, or
Yeah,
he was at the end?
I just said Leclerc, Piastri,
Leclerc, Piastri. Oh,
Berman.
Bortoletto? No. Oh yeah, Behrman.
Anywho, I don't think
If
the rest are important.
Listen,
Six
if I can
red
It
find
took
flags.
so long.
6 red
It
flags
just took
is
so
just
long.
insane. Actually, what I know.
Okay, Hulkenberg crashed. Albon crashed. Piastri. Sorry, not Piastri. Ugh. Pierre Gasly. Colapinto. And
Oh yes, Colapinto. Right. Now it's all coming back.
yeah, I think that's it. Sure. I'm just kind of skimming and guessing. Anyway, a lot of guys hit a wall.
Yeah.
And are
Not
we
surprising.
surprised?
No, not at all. A lot more could have hit a wall, but they skated on the edge. But otherwise, interesting qualifying. Max had pole with an amazing lap. Who was in second? Wasn't Norris.
The guy
Norris had
that finished second.
Oh yeah, right.
Nope. No, he didn't.
No, he
Oh, he's
didn't.
third?
He finished
He was
third.
third.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought he was second. Oh, okay.
Unfortunately,
No.
Unfortunately, Russell I think it was during the pit window. Sainz fell back, and then Russell was able to use that to his advantage. So he ended up in second, but Sainz still got a podium with Williams. That is big.
That is very big and very good for him, and I think very good for Constructors Championship, because that puts them I'm pretty sure very solidly 5th.
Yep. Pretty much like best of the rest.
Yeah, I think they're kind of locked in there for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So
I mean, what's more interesting too is the Drivers' Championship is getting really, really interesting, because I think last week would have said like it's definitely going to be a McLaren, but Max is only like what, 60 points behind now?
69.
That's
Nice.
69. That's really doable. We've got 7 races
No, it's
left.
not. No, it's not. No.
Yes, it is.
Let's stop. I do not like this making it a thing of Max has a shot at the title. He doesn't.
He does.
No way.
Okay. Dude, there are 7 races left on the calendar. You never know what could happen. Anybody has it. Like, those 3, all of them have a shot. McLaren did terribly in Baku.
So for him to beat Piastri the rest of the way,
It's
I
possible.
think he has to win, and Piastri has to do worse than second every race as well.
Okay, yeah, it's still doable.
Yeah.
Mathematically speaking, it is doable. Is it probable? Maybe not. It's not impossible. With the events of Baku.
If you look at the standings for this year for F1, I do think you could see Max beating Norris on wins for maybe the season.
Yeah.
I don't see him competing with them on podiums. He has had too many races to struggle. He's put himself in too much of a hole. With only 7 races to go.
Only 7. I love how you say only 7. That's still a lot of racing left.
That's like
What's next? Singapore's next.
okay.
Where Red Bull has
Struggled.
historically done terribly.
True.
So
They've
I'm
done
not-
terribly there.
so
That's
I'm-
a good point.
Singapore, I'm going to give the advantage to Ferrari and McLaren.
Okay, so we've got Singapore. Then after that is
Okay, 6 races.
Texas. I don't
Okay,
know.
so he's at 69. Let's say he then goes to like 75, best case scenario, for 6 races remaining. Okay, so then you have Texas.
Texas, Mexico.
Okay, maybe he could win Mexico. That could do it. Maybe Texas.
He could win Mexico, Texas. Okay, so yeah, Texas, Mexico, Brazil, Las Vegas,
No, he's not winning those. Maybe Vegas, but he's not going to do Brazil.
maybe Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi are the last ones.
Nah, no chance.
All I'm saying is that you never know what could happen. McLaren could just end up completely falling off the face of the earth. You know, like, who knows? Their performance could be really struggling. They had a terrible weekend in Baku. Who knows if they come back in Singapore? I don't know. Red Bull's becoming a little stronger.
Listen, there's a
You
big
never know.
there's also a really big issue here that I think we're not talking about for this weekend regarding McLaren. And why didn't they retire Norris's car when Piastri hit the wall? You know, to keep it
Yeah.
fair.
They should have.
Fair.
They really should have.
That's,
They should
yeah.
have. Well, I feel like it only goes one way, but sure.
Yeah, you think it only goes one way? Yeah, no shit.
I will say
No.
though, it was very funny to see Piastri like watching the race on a cell phone, just like in the middle of like wherever he was stranded. It was fun. It was very funny.
There was a video of a bunch of the marshals there watching the race on a laptop. Did you see that?
Yeah. So we're not going to talk about that.
Why not? What do you mean? Are you not allowed to do that, Taylor?
You know, you're not allowed to do that. It was very funny. I'm in like one of those marshal Facebook groups. It's like flag marshals of the world. It is very interesting to see. There was one marshal who posted being like, so like, just saying, in Montreal, if you were caught doing this, you'd be like dismissed right away, and like not allowed back.
No
Very interesting.
shit. I think anyone, and like, cause they were watching that, they weren't even watching the fucking track. It's
So brutal.
a very no, and I'm gonna guess those guys
Big no-no.
don't marshal again.
Possibly not, but then it was really funny after that whole thing happened. Somebody posted being like, so do you think that we could like record and like with meta glasses because technically we're not like distracted? I'm like, you're missing the point. You're missing the point of like,
Listen, I have thought of that too, of like recording my glasses or like wearing like a body cam and marshalling. I do think that would kind of be a cool thing of like a point of view of what we see as marshals.
Yeah, but like part of it is that like these leagues, right? Or these like series have
Entities.
deals with exactly. They have deals with people in terms of broadcasting, and technically like it's the same thing as somebody walking into a movie theater and recording the movie on their phone.
See, I disagree because if you're not broadcasting it live, I actually don't think it'd be an issue. Because it'd be the same thing of like anyone taking a photo or a video at a race. You would then, right? Are we saying you're not allowed to take video at a race
guess.
because of like broadcasting? No,
Yeah,
they don't
no,
care.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, as long as you're not live streaming it.
Just don't do it while you're marshalling. How about that? You're supposed to be paying attention to the safety.
Yeah, you usually pay attention during the sessions. Do you think how many people fuck around not during the sessions there, Taylor?
So many.
Exactly. Again, the issue with this Marshall case at Baku was that the cars were on track and they were watching this broadcast on a laptop.
That's crazy.
That
I'm
is
sorry.
the stupidest thing.
That's crazy. Also, your corner captain's allowing that? Like, there's a lot of questions. Anyway. Sainz got a podium. That was the best.
Yeah, good for him.
Especially after he promised, like, all of his fans basically, like, don't hope I'm going to get a podium. Like, you won't see me up there. So, fantastic for him.
Agreed. Also, know who this race was also fantastic for? Isaac Hadjar being the 4th Red Bull of the weekend. He doesn't want that seat. He's like, nah, you guys take it. Yuki, Liam, go up there.
I'm good, actually. Thank you.
Didn't quite get it on the he's gonna crash, but this might be the smarter way. He got a point.
You got a point. Really good weekend for Red Bull organization as a whole. Horner was officially gone from the team, and Red Bull said, now we can actually try. And yeah, they finished 1st, 5th, 6th, and 10th. So,
Wow.
And Lawson was 3rd after qualifying as well.
Yeah, he did pretty good out of qualifying. So good for him.
So that's the Red Bull we're used to, right?
Yeah.
Just a bit.
That's our regularly scheduled dominance.
Yeah, it's like Red Bull is Red Bull winning, Mercedes 2nd, 4th, a Williams getting, what is this, 2018?
Something like that.
And a Ferrari 910, or sorry, 8-9.
We are
No,
so
nothing?
back.
No thoughts on the Ferraris there, Taylor?
They finished. That's all I can hope for at this point. I knew, like, I wasn't hoping for much with Baku, but, like, they finished. Leclerc only binned it in qualifying, so.
We've already reached that point in the season.
Is Leclerc bidding it at Baku one of the most, like, guaranteed things?
Probably.
Pretty much, yeah. Somehow he, like, does really well in qualifying, or has in the past, but, like, still put it in the wall. It happens every year.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like, okay, we were going into the weekend saying it was going to be a crazy Baku. Race-wise, pretty tame, we can all say.
Yeah, there wasn't really much that happened other than Piastri, like, putting it in the wall.
On the first lap, which is like,
yeah,
I guess he just didn't want to be there. My favorite thing of like Piastri's actual when he binned it, because I just saw that part because I was leaving to go to the track on Sunday, so I just saw Piastri crash, and I was saying to Sarah, if that was me, and like she knows from like listening to me doing like iRacing and stuff, if I like have psyched myself up all day, ready to get this race going, I have a bad start and then a crash in lap 1. You are hearing me across the fucking world with the loudest F-bomb I am dropping. Just like going nuts. Piastri's is still like, well, I wrecked. Like the guy has no emotions at all. I'm starting to think he's a fucking robot. Has AI taken over? He might be AI.
Well, he might have had to cut his emotions off, like, with the situation at McLaren. Like, I would just stop caring so hard at that point after being screwed over one too many times.
I'm saying if you rearrange the letters in Oscar Piastri, you get...
Oh, God.
Oh, what?
There's an AI in there. There's a car.
No. No. Stop this right now.
You get Izzo car AI. Something, I don't know.
Is your car AI? There you go.
So Oscar Piastri is AI.
Yep.
Okay.
And this was the 1 week where he glitched.
Oh my gosh.
Which is hilarious with how the start went of him jumping it and then flipping on the anti-stall and having everyone blow past him as well.
Yeah, because like he started terribly, was last, and then just put in the wall in like 3 corners.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe he is, and this was just his glitch.
I think we should start the rumor, is Piastri AI, is all I'm saying.
We're not starting that rumor.
Title of the episode, is Piastri AI? We're asking the real questions out here. It's because the chemicals in the water, they turned the frogs... Never mind. No.
Oh my god.
Just slowly the hat morphs into a tinfoil hat.
Oh, God.
The birds are all fake.
You believe in
They're
birds?
listening to us.
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Oh. We should do an episode just talking about like racing conspiracy theories. There is so many out there.
I just want racing conspiracies.
Or if you really want to go just say like F1 conspiracy. Steven, there is no off season anymore.
That's fair.
We end in what? December, get 3 weeks, and then it's back to testing at like January, then Rolex. Like, come on.
Yeah, off season.
And so I typed in like just racing conspiracy theories, and the first thing that comes up is a Reddit. That's what is your favorite NASCAR conspiracy theory that you actually believe to be true?
Nice.
Some of these are pretty funny. One of them is no championship 4 cars legal.
Yeah, okay. My favorite one was just how, like a conspiracy theory is how much cheating Jimmy Johnson did back in the day. Like, there's a great audio of him talking to Chad Knaus before a race, and Chad goes, "If you win, you gotta crack the back of the car. You gotta hit the wall as you're doing your celebration and crack the back of the car."
Oh my god!
And he goes like, "What do you mean? You just gotta do it."
Oh my god!
And that is on camera. It's like, why? Why would you do that? That's my favorite. Is how much they cheated and got away with it.
Why was that not a motorhome conversation?
Because Twitter wasn't around back in the day, and
that's also fair.
People didn't catch on to this stuff.
Oh, the Daytona 500 qualifying is rigged. William Byron is Ricky Hendrick's son.
These are great. Is there any good F1 conspiracy theories?
They're probably.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me change my search to F1 conspiracy theories.
I'll be honest. I would go to IndyCar. IndyCar one's kind of dark.
Oh, I bet there is.
So I like how we've just totally gone away from this race and got into conspiracy.
Oh my gosh. Pirelli gave Williams special tires in the 2012 Spanish GP to help Maldonado win as a gift to Sir Frank. After the race, they burned down the garage to destroy the evidence.
That is, let's go with it.
Fernando having memory loss and not remembering most of his career.
You know what? That actually, okay. You say that. I literally saw a clip this week of someone asked him, like, hey, what's your favorite moment or like your favorite drive? And he goes, I don't really have one. There could be a
Interesting.
Is Alonso AI as well? Was he the first generation?
Oh, maybe.
We just deleted his memory.
Oh, of course, like the theory that FISA was rigging the rules in favor of manufacturer teams in the early 80s. I feel like that's not a theory. I feel like that's actually true.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's like a well-known
pretty much, yeah.
fact.
What we'll do is we'll get like our top 3 each and then just start ranking it on plausibility and also
I think we just go to the internet and find a bunch and just throw them out there.
Yeah.
Guess if we actually believe it or not, or if it could be true. You know, like
that's what I mean.
Yeah. Just don't go 3. Just do as many as we want. So yeah,
Sure.
this is one. Given that Taylor is a very big JFK conspiracy fan, I feel like getting her down the path of motorsports conspiracy theories might have been a bad idea.
This is great. One of them is Carlos Sainz uses lip filler. I need to look at a picture of him right now.
Did we talk about also this year of like Gasly getting like the hair transplant?
Wait, what?
No one saw that?
No. I remember
He got a
talking about
hair
it with
transplant?
Vettel.
Yeah, he did. He literally promoted it on like social media.
A Turkish hair transplant?
Yes. Yes. So, like
Why is every man like who doesn't even have like really bad hair loss getting a Turkish hair transplant? I don't get that. I've seen so many of them.
The Turkish one's just cheap. 2, you don't want me to take this hat off. That's it. Enough said.
Are you gonna buy a Turkish hair transplant? Are you gonna get
All
one?
I'm gonna say is I'm not surprised that Sean was the one person who knew about this. Out of the
No,
three
the
of us.
reason I knew that is because there was like one of the ask.
Yeah,
there was the-
targeted ads. That's why. You said it. You said he was promoting it. It was a targeted ad.
That's
Guys,
fucking
one
funny.
second. 1 second.
No, so they were doing
Hold
a thing of like talking. It was like one of the ask driver questions. One of them was like, who has like the best hair or something, or like who has like the best hairstyle. What are you pulling up here? I am not clicking on that.
No, you gotta click on it.
No, we are not doing that. You just messed up my entire formatting for the episodes. We are not doing that.
Oh, come on.
I would say send it, but I don't have a phone.
Okay, first off, it's a picture of Carlos Sainz, and I actually believe he could use lip filler. I think it's true.
God damn. Okay.
It's legit. I think this one's legit.
Fair enough. So anyway, Gasly, they were asking, I think, and like Max made a comment of like, oh, well, I know, like, I want to see, like, Pierre just did like something with his hair, basically chirping him that he got the hair transplant. Anyway, I think it's hilarious. And Steven, fuck you for that targeted ad comment. Oh, that's fucking rude.
Yep.
I mean, the algorithm knows, dude.
Oh, it does. It does.
The algorithm knows.
Listen, just because like me and like 3 of our friends need to fly to Turkey one of these days, Steven, I'm sorry we don't have nice hairlines like you.
Yeah, sucks to suck.
Yeah. And, hey, at least I have a reason to hide it under a hat. What?
Oh my gosh.
What are you reading now?
I'm sorry. I really shouldn't have scrolled, but there's one. That one's insane. This one's insane. I don't know if I could say this on record.
We're gonna save that one for the
Just- we'll
episode
save
when we
it.
actually do it. Okay.
Like, honestly, I thought if we were gonna do something like this, where we're this far off the rails, like Lando or Piastri would already have won the championship.
Anyway, F1.
No, let's go to the Steven thing there. Who do you think at this point will win the championship?
Piastri still. He had one bad race,
Yeah.
and honestly, so after he crashed, you have a plausibility factor of he might have crashed because he didn't really look like he did anything. It was going into turn 5, I think.
Okay, is this a new conspiracy where you're trying to say he did this on purpose?
No, I'm not saying he did it on purpose. I'm saying that they had to rebuild the chassis. The car may not have been performing how he thought it would, and he just overcooked it the tiniest amount. And if he hadn't wrecked in qualifying, he probably makes that corner fine. So you combine a car that's not optimized plus a little bit of being frazzled for dropping 10 spots on the start.
You know what? I'm gonna actually disagree entirely on Stephen on this, and that Piastri he actually dropped the start intentionally because prior to the race, McLaren threatened Piastri that he had to crash out to make it fair to Lando for DNFing.
Lando's.
I thought we were saving all of our weird conspiracy theories for another episode.
You know
what?
This
is tied to the active season, so
and that's why Piastri dropped back, so he didn't take anyone else out, so he could just wreck himself and not have a problem.
I think tinfoil is going to grow in place of the hair you're missing.
That's funny, man. You guys are mean, but I love it.
But anyways, Piastri's still in the driver's seat. Lando could not take advantage of the fact that
he really couldn't.
0 points. He mustered 6 points, and he's still 30 back.
It was not a good week.
Yeah, so I don't you're not going to get this every single week where you get a massive chance to make up points. And yes, Max made up points. It still leaves him 70 points out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Piastri's in the driver's seat. It's his championship to lose still.
I do have a quick question, and let me know if this comparable is actually right, or if you're thinking maybe off the rocker a bit, which we usually know I am. Is Lando Norris the Baltimore Ravens of F1?
I think that's a little aggressive.
He chokes in the big moments.
That.
He can never take advantage when it's just right there. Everyone always talks about how hyped he is and how great he is, yet can never win a championship.
I'm sure this has nothing to do with the fact that your team beat the Ravens last night.
After everyone said Ravens should easily win, of course, not at all. However, I'm even thinking of like some of the times Lando has had just absolute clear shots, like Russia, was it 2019 or whatever, where it's raining and he is out forever and then wrecks it. Yeah. Moments like that where it's like, you really shouldn't choke this away, or every single time he would be on podium and the joke would be, well, he's not going to be leading after the first lap. Like, you could make the argument that Lando is the biggest choker in F1.
Yeah. Getting beaten. Like the first year the car's dominant, you're getting beat by your less experienced teammate already.
Yeah. I'm saying F1 fans, run to your recent your closest hot topic. We have a new choker on our hands.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh. Ay. I love how proud of that one you are.
Honestly, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
You're so, you can see it. Anyway.
But yeah, the McLaren still have an advantage, even with, because didn't Lando have another shit stop again this week? Or it was 4 seconds. And he still got past I think it was Leclerc relatively easily. So
I did not watch the races, so I am just here for commentary at this point, not so much as analysis. So continue on the analysis. Thank you.
So anyways, yes, in the end, it is still Piastri's to lose. He's up 30 points. He's got I think as we discussed, the mental factor over his teammate. He will more than likely win the championship. Yes. So, barring McLaren completely falling apart, and becoming the Dallas Cowboys and maybe trading away 3 mechanics. If we're going to go football analogies.
No, I'm actually here for it. That works perfectly.
So, but they would have had to do that at the beginning of the season. So it's a little late.
True.
I don't think Max or Laurent Mekies is saving Red Bull's Drivers' Championship season. So
Yeah, that's fair.
That was valid. Anything else to add for F1?
only thing that we didn't touch on with Carlos Sainz.
Lip filler?
Did you see? No. Did you see the little unicorn he had on the back of his helmet?
Yeah, I did.
Nope.
Yeah.
So basically, there's this one girl, really young, who was like, "Can you put a unicorn on your helmet?" I can't remember what the exact thing was. Eden sent it to me, and I can't remember what it was. But she's like, "Can you put a unicorn on your helmet, and it'll bring you good luck or something like that?" And voila, he gets second in qualifying and puts it on a podium in a Williams.
You know, if he rocks
very
it next
shitty
week,
year, he has to at this point. He's
I
gotta
think he
rock
does.
it
Yeah.
every
That's
week.
an awesome story.
Yeah. So that was your feel good moment on top of a already feel good moment / also laugh at Hamilton and Ferrari because Carlos Sainz is doing better than them. And also, isn't he the last race winner? Speaking of Singapore, is he the last Ferrari race winner?
Yes, I believe
Technically,
so.
no. Technically, it was Hamilton because he won a
Okay.
sprint race.
Oh,
Feature
right.
race winner then.
that
Feature
what
race.
you just said? Race winner. Gotta be
Whatever.
specific.
Same shit.
But yeah. Anyway, NASCAR.
Anywho, other than that, yeah, NASCAR.
Steven, you
Which
watch this one?
was- Yeah, I caught bits and pieces of it while assembling a desk. I mean,
You
it
were
was
assembling a
basically
desk
yeah. I was
for yourself.
for myself.
Did you get a new desk?
Yes.
Oh, I thought your camera was in a different position.
See now, okay.
Different
You're gonna
setup.
have to share that afterwards.
Yes.
I would send me a photo, but I don't have a phone.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
You guys are
Anywho.
fucking rude tonight. Dicks.
Don't be a dumbass.
That's valid.
Anywho, this was.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Anywho, it was the Penske party this time. We got rid of the Toyotas. I think it was Logano led the most. Blaney led a bunch of laps. I think they split the stages. Blaney ended up winning. Josh Berry in the satellite car came second. Logano came fourth. No Toyotas in the top 5. Gotta really ask what Penske dominance is going to do to this sport.
Yeah. If last round was the round of the Toyotas, is this round the round of the Fords?
It could be. It could be. But who knows? This was just a track I think that worked out for them.
That's valid.
They finally figured something out because they were the best team outside of Austin. Where was Austin Cindric? He was 17th. He was just like nowhere near the rest of the garage.
Wow.
So, yeah, Ryan Blaney is automatically through. Not that he would have likely been out, but always nice to lock in early.
And we're on to Kansas. And who won Kansas last year?
Ooh,
Ooh.
good question.
Was that the one that Logano won on his way to the championship?
Oh boy.
So now the question is this just going to be now a Penske run?
You could. You could.
No.
Like, I'm just trying to think who else has done well here. Like, so again, the Toyotas weren't great, especially 2311. Like Reddick
Ross
and
Chastain
Bubba.
won last year.
Oh, okay.
That'd be huge if he could win, because
Well,
he's
Yeah,
currently
he's
on
on
the cut
the
line.
bubble, right? Like he's
Yep.
Yeah. Larson won here in the spring.
Bubba Wallace has-
okay.
Bell
Has
was
come close
second.
to winning
Blaney
this.
was third.
Byron was second last year. Blaney was fourth. It's gonna be interesting. Bell and Hamlin 8th. Logano was like 14th, so I'm not sure he's really...
If there is a race the Hendrick cars need to show up for, though, I think it's Kansas.
Yeah.
Though I'm interested now what's going to happen with Gibbs, given the Hamlin-Gibbs issue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What is that, right?
Yeah, so what was it? Gibbs was just sort of leaving himself on the outside line and making Hamlin pass underneath, and Hamlin just couldn't. And I think Bell was in that mix too, and Hamlin eventually just said, all right, you're not in the playoffs. Get the fuck out of my way. So,
But, like, as a team, you got to have that conversation of being like, who's around you? You still want to help your teammates out.
Yeah.
Like, you're Ty Gibbs. You're not going anywhere. It's your fucking grandfather's team.
Yeah.
Like, what is the point of that other than being a dick and now creating animosity within your team? Like, honestly, I would put that biggest failure to the spotters.
That's fair.
To the spotter of the 11 and of the 54. Why are you two not talking up there?
Yeah.
Yep. And I think the only thing to say against that, didn't hear the radio, but apparently they did try and get Gibbs to move, and he wasn't exactly overly receptive or responding to his spotter. That's what I heard, anyways.
Okay, in which case, yeah, wreck him. Good job. I kind of actually agree with Denny Hamlin on that one.
It is not
Yeah.
something you definitely shouldn't be moving guys in the way that he did, because he's sort of right rear or rear left. Yeah.
He didn't hook him.
No, but he definitely like moved him.
Yeah, he pushed him, and we see that all the time. If you're gonna move a guy out of the way, you get him in the rear left, and you kind of wiggle him out of the way.
Yeah.
If he
you
goes
necessarily
around,
do
he
that
goes
to a
around.
team? And should you necessarily do that to a teammate? No, not really. But
Should you be fucking over a teammate?
no.
No.
And that's the key takeaway here is don't fuck over your teammates, because that goes for both of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
That was kind of the big weird what the fuck moment of that race, though, right?
yeah, 100%.
So, oh well.
But yeah, other than that, it was like just Penske running all over everybody. We'll see if it's, again, the start of a Penske run. Only thing to say other than that is Ryan Blaney could become a problem if he gets hot here, because one, he's already incredibly hot going into Kansas. Last 10 races, he's only got one finish outside the top 10, and he got wrecked in that at Darlington, so
Damn.
he's a little toasty right now. He can afford to make some strategic moves to get some points for the final 8.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
So, winner at Kansas, who's it going to be?
Kyle Larson.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to go with Byron. I have a feeling.
I'm going to say Bubba. Just because that'd be a lot of fun.
That's bold, but that would be fun.
That's very bold.
It is, but
That'd be fun, though.
he has done well at Kansas in
Yeah.
the past. So
No, yeah, that's a good pick. I don't hate it.
I think he could be a bit of a dark horse here.
Okay. That is a very good dark horse pick for this race.
And I just couldn't take another.
Generic.
Take another,
Of
I was
the
gonna say
obvious.
I couldn't take another car out of the exact same stable.
Fair
That's
enough.
fair.
So
I was going to say, are we done with NASCAR? I don't really know what else really to talk about for NASCAR.
no, I think that's it. Again, like there wasn't a whole lot I think to
Yeah.
talk about outside of the Penske's finally looking good, and again, a little turmoil at JGR.
Moving on
That was
to
good.
some quick IndyCar news. see, Dale Coyne has a driver announced.
Shocking.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep. So
I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him. But
Dennis Hauger.
crazy.
Hauger. Is joining Dale Coyne. But I think the more important part of that is the also announcement that it is a partnership with Andretti Global. So,
Which not exactly surprising considering he's an Andretti driver.
yes.
So
Dennis Hauger, your Indy NXT champion, who has moved over into IndyCar. I think he is kind of going, I want to say, the Alex Palou route with this move.
Ooh, okay.
I actually think Dennis Hauger is a very talented driver. He was doing F3, F2. Did he win the F2 championship?
he did not.
He did not.
Best he did was 8th with
Okay.
MP.
Oh, well, he's with MP. That kind of explains that one. So he was doing the F1 ladder, stalled out in F2, and then said fuck it, went over to Indy next. Essentially did the reverse Colton Herta. I would say had a pretty dominant Indy next season this year.
Yeah. Comes over, wins the championship, and wins 6 races on the way to doing it. Yeah.
He had 2 finishes, not in the top 5 out of 14 races. So definitely talented, definitely good driver. Given this is a technical partnership with Andretti and Dale Coyne, I imagine that he is going to probably stay at Dale Coyne for this season and maybe replace an outgoing Andretti driver next year. So we've seen the success of these partnerships for the lower teams when it comes to Malukas and Penske with why am I blanking? AJ Foyt with AJ Foyt Racing. There we go. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this goes for Dale Coyne, because like I said, funny enough that Alex Palou started his career with Dale Coyne before going to Chip Ganassi. I wonder if we will see how good Dennis Hauger can be with them, but also now they might be a lot better on street circuits, because we know Andretti is a very good street circuit team. You have a technical partnership. Maybe they're going to be giving you some dampers for street circuits, those kind of things. So it's a good move, interesting move. And that's one of 2 drivers down for Dale Coyne. And he said he was going to have him done before Halloween. And you know what?
Wow.
He actually may be right.
My God, he might actually do it.
Dale Coyne
that is shocking.
Dale Coyne's the most honest IndyCar owner I think there is, though. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of all I got in terms of IndyCar news.
Yeah, I guess the only thing other than that would be, so if Hauger does really well, who's getting the boot from Andretti? And I think
Ericsson.
it's Marcus Ericsson.
100%. 100%.
Barring Power just not attuning to the Andretti team at all. But
Yep.
it's definitely not Kirkwood. He was one of the only other guys to win a race this year. So might be a countdown for Marcus Ericsson at the end of next year.
That is fair. Yeah, I think that's kind of it for the news and stuff.
Back into the conspiracy theories.
Nah, we'll save that. So I can talk about my week at the CTMP. That was fun.
Go for it.
Yeah, finally. Talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, because I officially am no longer what's the QE stand for Marshall?
Qualifying evaluation.
That's the thingy. So I'm officially now a full Marshall. So now soon I'll be even better than Taylor, because she's actually pretty shit at it. She doesn't even show up half the time. She works like the outreach booth instead of actually doing a flag. Ugh.
Wow. You know what? Okay, fine. I was mean. I deserved it,
Yeah,
but
you do.
I'm not garbage. Okay.
Yeah, you're under the age of 50, which makes you immediately not garbage.
So true. So true. We're all up and coming.
Like, it's fun and all. It's just there's some old guys who are just like stuck in their ways. Not gonna name any names.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not naming
But-
names.
Yeah.
But true that.
So it was a hilarious week because it's BEMSI, which is what British Empire Motor Club or whatever. It's their week at the track. They're doing their thing. It's a great week because you have essentially kids versus like old people in these cars. It's either like young kids getting their first time on track in either like old cars or somewhat like newer cars. A bunch of old guys driving out like, I don't know, their 1970 fucking thing. You get so many cars. The issue is as the weekend goes on, they just kind of start falling off because they break down and no one can actually repair them in time. Our last session of the weekend was 6 cars.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's why sometimes the regionals are a little bit brutal to Marshall, because you get that way where it's just like, you know, everyone's bringing their car out, and then like by the end of the weekend you're like, this is watching paint dry because there's just no cars.
Well, I agree. It's like watching paint dry because but there's no cars. It's really If
Well, because you're like, they come by and you're like, okay.
if you're with good guys in the corner, you're chatting usually through it, and that's fun.
That's true. That's always fun. It's usually you still have a good time because of the people you work with, if you're working with the good ones.
But I will say the best thing about the regional weekends is the max session is like 20 minutes.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's just like
It's
fly
not like an hour.
by, like, okay, that one IMSA practice that was like 2 hours and 20 minutes like 2 years ago. Fuck, that was blow my brains out. Fucking boring. I wanted to dive onto the track during that one. That was watching paint dry because there wasn't even a spin. There wasn't anything. And I was at 5C on that one. And there is nothing you can do there. So that was the
Honestly, that's why I'm not sure I would ever work an IMSA Friday again, even though like I totally would. But
that was a Saturday.
Was it?
Pretty sure it was Saturday. No, you're
Usually
right.
they had
It was
their-
Friday because
Yeah.
the qualifying was then on Saturday.
Oh, but the practice, we were all like, does not need to be this long. Like, this is ridiculous. What are they doing?
They broke it up to 1 hour this year. Well, 1 hour Friday, 1 hour on,
1 hour Saturday.
which makes sense. Which versus like the 2 hours, like I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna go wander off into the woods and die.
And they would say over the comms, like, okay, we are halfway through this session. I'm like, it's been 1 hour and 10 minutes. It feels like it's been 4 hours. It's so bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, thankfully they fixed that.
So I get to also now talk about this time of now chirping Peter for his apparent mistake, which I didn't know was a Peter mistake. You just told me before we were doing this that it was a Peter mistake.
It could have been a Peter mistake. I don't know.
Said it was. Therefore,
all I'm saying is, from what I understand, he's usually the clerk that's doing the like deployments. So I don't know if it was his mistake or not, but it could have been.
fair enough. So anyway, issue was there was, I think, 2 cars off the track. I think there was one stopped in 6 and one stopped in turn 1. And the one in one was in turn 1, parked up right against the tire barrier because he had lost a tire and kind of like a tire went on his car. He parked it up on the left-hand side against the tire barrier. One didn't want it there.
Why? I would have left it there.
It was literally like apparently in the firing line. But
well, could he have not?
and like this is like
I guess.
6 minutes into like the 20-minute race. So like, you know what? You could have moved it, had a little restart, given them that. They didn't want to. So then a second car breaks down going up the straight, stops by 6. So they're like, fine, there's 2 cars out there stranded. We'll do something. So they're tracking the leader for the safety car. They miss the leader. And I know because the leader was driving a very fun Subaru, and it was painted like Jeff Gordon's NASCAR with the
that's cool.
blue in the flames, and yeah, and it was number 34, not 24. So anyway, kind of fun. But I'm like, how did you miss that? They were tracking it. They had it. And then all of a sudden we went full course yellow, and we're holding the flags out. Hey, there goes the leader. What? So
Okay.
So if it was Peter that happened to be in charge of this, and Peter blew it, just let him know that you said so. So, but besides that, there really wasn't a whole lot of mistakes. Honestly, the big thing with there was actually one that was a fun one, because like when you get to these regional weekends doing the marshalling, most issues are like mechanical. Guys either destroy their gearbox because they're granny shifting their cars as they're trying to race around here. Shit like that happens. We had one suspension failure in our corner where the person went off. She went off and basically just went into the gravel in 5. That was a very sudden, just like, they've come to a very sudden stop. Also shows why gravel is actually a good thing on a racetrack and not necessarily concrete runoff, because if there was no gravel, they would have hit the wall very hard there. But there was a very fun one where it was a Formula 1600 race, also repping the 1600 shirt.
Yeah, free stuff.
That's from like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So anyway, what happened was they were fighting for the lead coming through 5. One guy just goes to the inside and front left, right rear, spins the guy out into the wall. Oh my God, this kid was pissed. Gets out, throwing his throwing his gloves, throwing his helmet, throwing his steering wheel. This was, I think, with two.
No.
This was second last laps. We were tracking the leader when this happened.
Oh no.
So we didn't get to call it in until after the race. And
yeah,
we
probably got a penalty for that.
We weren't sure which car caused it until they came around and he got to flip off the driver that spun him out. And we're like, it was the 3. Noted.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So that was a very good highlight to the weekend. Besides that, yeah, it was fun. Always a good time at the track.
Good. I'm glad that you were able to have a good time. I missed the track, but to be fair, it was my mom's birthday, so good reason not to be there.
I guess. I'm just saying, Peter didn't go to your mom's birthday and instead went to the track and blew the safety car. I'm just saying. Make sure to play him this part.
I will. I will make sure to play him this part.
Anyway, is there anything else? Is that it?
I think
we got it all.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you very much for listening to this week's episode. We'll be back next week to talk all things motorsports. And thank you and goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Spare Parts Racing Podcast. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and follow the show on Twitter at Spare Parts Racing. That's Spare Parts RACIN, and on TikTok at Spare Parts Pod. Follow the hosts at Sean Chavarella, at Stephen Clary, and at Tay Moore.